It's October, that means it's time to start planning for next year. In this series, we're going to learn how to organize and run virtual strategic planning sessions for your remote teams, all while using the design thinking methodology. At my company, Nimdzi Insights, we have about 20 people from about 10 different countries, so we are globally dispersed all around the world. We are a remote company. However, every year we make an investment to bring people together into one place so that we can have a series of strategic discussions about the future of our company. And this has been a key to our success. We have grown incredibly year over year. We just started our company 3 years ago, and we already have over 20 people in multiple countries around the world. And the way that we keep growing is through these planning sessions. Before we get too deep into design thinking though, I want to talk about why is it important to have these meetings? Why do we need to be having executive strategy sessions or leadership meetings? There's two main reasons. And the first one is to make sure to have team alignment. When you have team members working all over the world in different countries and they don't have the opportunity to pass each other in the hallway or to chit chat at lunch or to go to happy hour with each other, there's always the risk that they're going to fall out of alignment with each other, which means they're not heading towards the same goals. Getting everybody together at least once a year, we do it twice a year at my organization, provides that opportunity to make sure everybody's moving towards the same goalpost. We want to make sure that we're all marching to the same beat. And a lot of times you don't even have to do a lot of exercises or discussions when you get together. It's something that happens organically. Just by getting people together in the same room allows them to start syncing up with each other, syncing up with the mothership, so to speak. The second reason I like to get my teams together is for team motivation. It can get depressing working remotely, not seeing other people. Bringing your team members together is very powerful because you get to see people that have worked together sometimes for years, but they've never actually met face to face. So it's like old friends who are meeting for the first time. And this has a powerful effect on the motivation of the entire team, of the individuals and the entire team. I can speak for myself. I walk away from our all hands meetings and our executive strategy sessions incredibly enthusiastic about the direction and the future of the company. And the feedback that I've gotten from my team members says that they have that same feeling. So we like to meet a lot at my company. However, this year, 2020, COVID-19 hit. We are grounded. We can't go anywhere. We can't meet together. And even if we could, it wouldn't make sense because we're trying to follow sensible social distancing guidelines. Fortunately, we're a consulting company, so we had been trained in this design thinking methodology. The first introduction we had to design thinking methodology actually had come from last year's all hands meeting, which we had it here in Seattle. We invited everybody in the company, spent thousands of dollars to bring them all here to Seattle, Washington. And we started our all hands week with 2 days of intensive workshops about design thinking. And since then, we could have just forgotten about it and said, nice workshop, and gone on with our lives. But we didn't. It's been fascinating for me to see the change in the team over the last 12 months as we've really not forgotten about the design thinking principles, but actually adopted them into our culture so that everything that we do in our organization is reflective of design thinking principles. So this year, I have to somehow figure out how we're going to do this strategic planning session remotely because we can't get together, but we need to get together. And as I was sitting down to do this, I was planning it out. I thought to myself, I have clients, I have other people, I have friends that could also benefit from this. Maybe they are also fans of design thinking, or maybe they've never heard of design thinking, but they want to try something new. So what I'm doing is, as I go through this process with my company, I'm going to be documenting it in videos like this and posting online, so that you can get value out of it too. And if you're going through this process with me, I encourage you, reach out so that we can trade notes and go through this together. The next video I'm going to post is just going to be a general overview and introduction to design thinking. It's not going to be a whole certificate program, but it's going to give you the tools and the knowledge that you need in order to make it through the rest of the sessions as we walk through this process together. Once again, my name is Tucker Johnson. Thank you for joining me and all of our remote colleagues as we push the limits on what is remotely possible.